Rita, that hair on my head is not my hair. What do you mean?
It all started on a humid Saturday morning in Surulere. The salon was already buzzing, blow dryers whining, women arguing about relationship wala, and the smell of freshly mixed relaxer stinging the air. Amara rushed in, tying a scarf tightly over her head like someone hiding a wound. She looked jumpy, scared, and her eyes kept darting around as if something was following her. "Madam, sit down first," the hairstylist, Rita, said. "Why you cover your hair like that? Heat never even start." Amara slowly removed her scarf. Rita froze. Every other person in the salon went silent. Her hair. It looked wrong. Not just rough or tangled, not just dirty. It looked alive. Strands were twisted together like tiny ropes, clumped in places like something had chewed it. The roots looked darker, almost burnt looking, and the hair gave off a faint, unpleasant smell like damp cloth forgotten under the ring. "Jesus!" one customer shouted. "Madam, let him do your hair," Rita whispered. Amara swallowed hard. "Just cut it off, please, everything." "But what happened?" Rita asked again. Amara kept quiet. Her hands were shaking. Her eyes were red like she hadn't slept for days. Rita wanted to refuse the job. Something in her spirit warned her, but business was business. She lifted the scissors. And that was when she noticed it. The hair moved. Just a slight twitch, like something inside was pulling it. Rita dropped the scissors immediately. "Madam, your hair dey move." "I know," Amara whispered, her voice cracking. "It started 7 days ago." Everyone stepped back. Rita's heart began to beat fast. She wanted to ask more questions, but fear held her tongue. Amara sighed shakily. "Rita, if you tell me the truth, you no go believe me, but please, just help me before tonight." Rita's throat tightened. "Before tonight? Why tonight?" Amara's eyes filled with tears. "Because tonight is the 7th night, and that's when he said it will come back for me." A cold ripple ran through everyone. "It?" Rita whispered. "Come back for you? Who?" Amara squeezed her scarf with trembling hands, thinking carefully, choosing her words. Then she slowly leaned forward and said in a low voice, "Rita, that hair on my head is not my hair."
What do you mean?
Rita blinked. "What do you mean?" "It belongs to somebody else, somebody that died, and I didn't know until it was too late." The salon erupted in screams. One woman even ran outside barefoot. Rita stepped back, her hands shaking uncontrollably. "Madam, you better explain."
"Madam, you better explain."
Amara lifted her head. But before she could talk, something under her hair shifted again, like a creature rolling in its nest. Rita gasped and stumbled back, knocking over a whole tray of rollers. The sound echoed through the salon. "Please," Amara whispered, tears running down her cheeks, "let me tell you everything before midnight." Rita swallowed hard. Her legs felt weak. Her mind raced with fear, confusion, panic. Then Amara said the words that made Rita's blood run cold. "If only you knew where this hair came from, you would have chased me out the moment I entered this place." Rita stared at her, frozen. "Where?" she finally forced out. Amara hesitated. She opened her mouth to answer, but before a word came out, the light in the salon flickered once, twice. And then the door behind them creaked open slowly, even though nobody touched it. Something or someone had entered. Rita caught her breath. Amara's face went pale. "It's here," Amara whispered. The entire salon went silent. No generator sound, no movement, just the faint hum of the flickering bulb and the slow creak of the door. Rita's hands trembled uncontrollably. She could feel cold sweats sliding down her spine as the air grew colder, far colder than a Lagos afternoon should ever be. Amara didn't move, didn't breathe. Her eyes stayed fixed on the doorway. "Amara," Rita whispered, her voice barely strong enough to leave her throat. "Who went her?" Amara's lips quivered. Not who, what? Rita slowly turned toward the door, expecting to see a person, a shadow, anything. But there was nothing. The entrance was empty. Yet the feeling of something in the room was too strong, too heavy, like the air had a weight pressing everyone down. Then suddenly, pa! The mirror on the far wall cracked. A long, jagged line split right through the reflection of Amara's head. Everyone screamed. Rita staggered backward, grabbing the counter for support. "Jesus! Jesus! What is happening?" Amara covered her ears, shaking violently. "It's angry. It followed me here. I told you tonight was the 7th night. Rita, it warned me." Rita's throat tightened. "Warn you about what? Talk!" Amara wiped her tears, trying to breathe. Her voice came out as a whisper. "About the hair I bought." Rita blinked. "Hair? Which hair?" "The human hair I fixed 2 weeks ago. The one I bought at that cheap shop in Mushin." Rita frowned. "Plenty people they sell hair for Mushin. Wetin happen?" Amara looked down at her trembling hands. That hair belonged to a dead girl. Rita gasped so hard she almost choked. No, you're joking." "I didn't know," Amara cried. "The seller told me it was premium foreign hair. I only found that after the first night when I started hearing someone crying behind me in my room." Rita covered her mouth. Amara continued, voice shaking. "The second night, I felt something pulling the hair from inside my scalp, like someone combing it with pointed nails." Rita stepped back again. Jesus Christ. "The third night, I heard footsteps and a woman's voice whispering in my ear, 'Give me back what's mine.'" Rita felt her knees weaken. "But on the 4th night, I found out the truth. I traced the story again. I confronted the seller." Rita leaned forward, afraid but needing to know. "What did he say?" Amara swallowed hard. "He finally confessed. He said the hair came from a girl who died mysteriously. Nobody claimed her body, so she shaved her hair to sell it." The salon mourned in horror. Rita shook her head. "Jesus, Jesus." Amara whispered, "The seller told me the girl wasn't buried properly. She died angry, in pain, so her spirit is still tied to whatever is left of her body." Rita whispered shakily, "Including her hair." Amara nodded slowly. "By the 5th night, the hair started smelling like a corpse. By the 6th night, it began to move." Rita covered her face, shaking her head as tears filled her eyes. Amara whispered, voice trembling, "And today, the 7th night, she says she's coming to take me with her." As soon as those words left her mouth, boom! The back door slammed shut by itself. The broken mirror shattered entirely, pieces flying everywhere. Customers screamed and ran out of the salon, leaving only Rita and Amara. Rita grabbed Amara's arm. "We need to get this hair off you now." She reached for scissors, but the hair suddenly lifted itself, rising like dark smoke. Rita screamed and jumped back. Amara cried, "It won't let me. I've tried. Rita, please help me." Before Rita could move, a cold wind swept through the salon, snuffing out every light. The room fell into total darkness. Then a voice, soft, female, broken, whispered from somewhere in the room. "Why did you take what was mine?" Rita froze. Amara sobbed violently. The voice came again, closer now, right behind them. "Return it or come with me." Rita felt something brush past her leg. Amara's hair began to rise higher, twisting like fingers, reaching. Rita couldn't breathe. She wanted to run, she wanted to scream, but her body refused to move. Then, from the darkness, a pale hand began to emerge from Amara's hair. The pale hand pushed further out of Amara's hair, thin, trembling, with death under the fingernails, like someone desperately trying to crawl out of a grave. Rita screamed and stumbled backward, but something inside her refused to abandon Amara. Fear held her hostage, yet the sight of Amara crying, shaking, begging for help kept her rooted there. The wind grew stronger, swirling around them in the dark saloon. The voice whispered again, "Return what is mine." Amara collapsed to her knees. "Please, please, I didn't know. I swear I didn't know." The pale hand reached towards Rita. For a moment, Rita thought this was the end. Her life flashed before her eyes. But then, something shifted in the atmosphere. A warmth, a tiny spark of courage rising in her chest. Rita remembered her late grandmother's words. Darkness only controls where light refuses to stand. Her hands trembling, she reached out, not to run, but to switch on the small rechargeable lamp kept under the counter. She blindly fumbled until her fingers found it. Click! A soft blue-white glow filled the room. The hand froze. Amara gasped. The shadowy figure behind them recoiled slightly, as if light weakened it. Rita stood up slowly. "Listen to me," she whispered, voice shaking yet firm. "I didn't take anything from you. She didn't know. She bought hair, not knowing it belonged to you. Please, let her go." The figure didn't respond, but the cold presence eased a little. Rita suddenly understood. The spirit wasn't evil. It was hurting, abandoned, disrespected. Amara cried harder. "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. If I could return it, I will. Just please leave me alone." The hand slowly retreated back into the hair, like waves pulling back into the sea. The voice came again, softer this time, almost human. "Bury it." Rita and Amara exchanged stunned glances. "Bury the hair?" Rita asked. The saloon lights flickered once, twice, then came on fully. The cold wind disappeared. The room fell silent. Whatever had come was gone. Shaking, Rita grabbed the scissors again. This time, the head didn't fight. It lay limp, dead. Amara held her breath as Rita cut everything off, every strong. When the last piece fell to the floor, Amara exhaled shakily, and for the first time in 7 days, she felt free. They wrapped the hair in black nylon and drove straight to the nearest church. The pastor didn't ask too many questions. He prayed, blessed the hair, and instructed them to bury it behind the church where other unclaimed items were laid to rest. As the soil covered it, the smell disappeared. The air became lighter, and Amara felt a hand, warm, gentle, touch her shoulder. Not a ghostly hand, not a cold hand, a peaceful one, like a goodbye. She turned, but no one was there. 3 days later, Amara returned to the salon. Her eyes clearer, her face brighter, her life returning slowly. Rita hugged her tightly. "You nearly finished my life," she joked through tears. Amara laughed weakly. "I nearly finished my own." But as they talked, Rita noticed something. Amara's hair was already growing back fast and healthier than it had ever been. Rita smiled. "Maybe she forgave you." Amara nodded. "Maybe she just wanted to rest." Moral lessons. Not everything cheap is safe. What looks like a good deal may carry a price you never expected. Respect the dead. Their bodies, hair, or belongings are not commodities for careless profit. Do you enjoy the story? Drop a comment on what you would have done if you were Rita, the hairdresser. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Thank you.